Oh, hey, hi, hello. We are here. Welcome on in. Um, yes, it is Indie by Night, the one shot for Hunter the Reckoning, and yes, we are still using the Indie by Night Vampire the Masquerade um, background, but we'll get there. We're going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing this evening, and just give a background on what your creed and drive is for this evening. And so we'll go ahead and start with Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. Tonight I am playing Jody, and Jody's greed is underground, and Jody's drive is envy. That's not going to go badly at all.
So you're
I
playing
also
the
I have to
Toreador
share my
tonight.
desire too, because it's just amazing.
Uh,
My desire is to, and I quote, scare the shit out of a monster.
that will be amazing, and I'm very excited for that to totally happen.
It's totally gonna happen, just like that.
Next up, we have Hannah.
Hey, I'm Hannah playing Haven. I gotta get used to these names. And my creed is faithful and my drive is oath.
Interesting. Next up, we have Rob.
Hi, I'm Rob, and tonight I'm going to be playing Ray. My creed is that I am entrepreneurial, and my drive is greed.
Very nice. Next up, we have Laura, our new cast member for the show.
Hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna be playing Mickey. My creed is inquisitive, and my drive is curiosity.
I heard curiosity sometimes does kill the cat, though. So good.
Not in this case.
Oh, okay. Um, and last but not least, we have Ian.
I feel like I've gotten really good at that unmute timing. Like, I'm
Actually,
always terrified I'm gonna miss it. But
uncanny.
hi, I'm Ian. Tonight I am playing the one and only Kit, with a inquisitive creed and a drive of atonement. I feel like I'm probably the one not motivated by stealing shit. Uh, it's gonna be interesting. Let's see how this goes. Feels almost kind of the opposite of what I'm used to playing on the Kindred side. So
Yeah, you're
let's do
playing
it.
more of a kindred than your kindred is. I'm just saying.
Honestly, a little bit. Rest in
I mean,
peace.
I'm sort of playing the opposite of my kindred also, since I'm playing somebody who's beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, hate to see it. Um, fantastic, everyone. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Sorry, I have a third monitor now, so I'm getting used to having all of the things everywhere, forever and always. um, as you guys start off, you guys have been a group for quite some time now. And you get a phone call from a lady named Daria who would like you to go ahead and investigate a a scene, as it were, and be a very very low profile about it. Um, so I don't know who would like to take this phone call, but Daria is ringing a phone.
I feel like this would be something that Ray would have volunteered to do. So I think that he'll pick up the phone and go, "Hello, who am I talking to?"
Well, hello. This is Daria from the Orpheus Group, and I
Uh,
was hoping to have you guys check out this situation and clean up a mess before some individuals get too involved.
Orpheus Group. Let me look for just a second. Do I know who that is?
You can go ahead and roll. Let us go ahead and do Intel plus politics.
I was going to say, oh, better than a cult, but no, same as a cult. So, two successes.
As you take a look and listen, you would know that they are a very well-known hunter organization that does a lot of experiments in being able to send hunters to the spirit realm where ghosts like to hang out at, and is where they sort of know. But they have a very, very deep pocket.
All right. I think that we might be able to come and hear you out a little bit. You have somewhere that we could talk about this? I don't really like talking business on the phone.
Of course. You. This should work here. Yes. Let's go ahead and there's a Denny's down the way here. If you wouldn't mind meeting me there.
Not at all. It's always a good time for breakfast. I'm going to be bringing a couple folks just so that we can make sure that we get all the details in line, and happy to help you out.
Perfect. All right. And she will go ahead and hang up the phone.
Think I'll hang up also, and I don't know what the arrangements for our cell is, so I'll say I'd probably call the others and say, got a contact from somebody in the business looking to hire us to do some work. Set up a meet at a Denny's. Who's in for breakfast?
Is that a phone call or a text?
I guess a text.
Yeah. I'll respond. Kit'll text back down.
I would text back. Be there soon.
Just sending a good in OMW.
Jody will go with Denny's. Seriously? Ugh, fine.
Still in that same text conversation. What, you got beef with Denny's?
I mean, come on, y'all know I can cook way better than that.
Yeah, but can you make a grand slam though? Question mark.
Yeah, obviously.
That's it. That's the text.
Just a
Just, I think you get a
Jody
lot of
has the
tap
cell chef perk, so Jody absolutely can make a grand slam and give you extra health for having eaten it.
You know what? I said what I said. I'll stand by it.
Just for that, I'm never making
has
a
a
grand
tap
slam.
back haha on it.
You guys all head to the local Denny's, as it were. And it's, weirdly enough, not very busy. A couple of individuals sitting around a table, but other than that, nothing too crazy. You do have a table set up. You do see a woman, relatively professionally dressed. But definitely seems off.
Okay.
I would like to activate Sense the Beast.
That's fair. That's fair.
I miss that power so much already.
Does anybody have Sense the Supernatural? That's in there.
I have Sense the Unnatural, which I'm looking up how to use it right now.
You don't have
I
that
think that's what I
memorized?
meant. No, not that one. Sense the Unnatural.
Jody is a truck driver, knows truck drivers, is famous with truck drivers, and doesn't have a safe house because he lives in his truck.
Wait, are you just
Did we swap
playing
characters?
Michael?
Did we swap characters? Because Kit has library usage as like a hella skill.
That's amazing.
And people with like supernatural things might mistake them as a supernatural thing, and they're weak-willed and all this kind of shit. Like, did we just swap characters?
We might have.
I love it. All right, exactly. But what's the dice pool for this?
So it's going to be either wits and occult or wits or science, depending on how you're using Sense the Unnatural. So how is Kit sensing the unnatural here and seeing if there's anything fishy?
So Kit has has a pretty long and tangled history with vampires in particular.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking for like telltale vampire like tells, right? Not eating or drinking, like maybe have ordered something, but it just kind of sits there. Just being in a Denny's.
It's a pretty big tell, honestly.
It's a pretty big tell. But things in that kind of realm, using some of their previously ill-gotten knowledge in that regard.
Okay.
I would assume that would probably be occult then.
Yeah, it would definitely be wits and occult for me. And DC is going to be a solid 4 on this one.
What was it?
4 for the DC.
All right. Holy 6 dice on this. It's 5 hits. One of those, 5 hits.
Okay. With 5 successes, you can actively tell that there is nothing supernatural going on here. Everyone that is here is actively smashing a healthy stack of pancakes or chugging a gallon of coffee. But nonetheless, everyone here seems to be on the up and up.
All right, then I'll put that in our group text of just like she's in the group text it's just gonna say she's clean.
Thumbs up.
As you guys approach, you see that she gets very excited, and sort of opens up like everyone's menus and like places them around the table.
Well, thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Just a second, and I'm gonna grab one of the wait staff and say, "Hey, can we get coffees for everybody? A couple Grand Slams, maybe a small stack of pancakes, and then we're going to be talking business for a little bit. So we'll be all set. I'll let you know if we need anything. All right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. So you'd wanted to talk. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. And I just want to make sure that we're like on the same page and it wasn't any sort of prank that people might have been pulling, but you guys know of the things that go bump in the night, yes?
One eyebrow goes up.
It really depends what you're talking about. We know that there are plenty of kids out there who play pranks, but we also know that sometimes people see things that they don't quite understand. So we got a couple good listening ears who are perfectly happy to talk through what you got going on.
Well, I had a very dear friend of mine who was brutally murdered. But on the other hand, there's been a lot of rumors he's been seen around different parts of the city recently.
All right, that's abnormal behavior for someone who's gone through that kind of situation, to be sure.
I want to be transparent in this regard. Kit is sitting there with notes app on their phone open and taking bullet point kind of notes on this whole situation.
So is this something that you've seen, or is this something that friends of yours have been telling you about?
Mostly it's just things that other people have told me that they've seen him in different spots. I mean, I do have this, and she slides over a an old cell phone. I mean, this was it's a picture of this. This is Samuel, and you can see that he is a middle-aged man with a mustache and quite a bit of thinning hair. But he doesn't look terribly off for wear. Yeah, I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen him, but what I can say is he was seen near the site of his murder. But I mean,
so Ray reaches over and grabs the phone and doesn't so much as look at it before he slides it over to Kit and is like, "He's a good-looking fella. Sorry to hear that he's gone through what it sounds like he's gone through."
We're digging through that phone. Like, I'm looking through everything. I want to know everything that's on this phone.
Yeah, actually, go ahead and roll for me. Intelligence and wits, and it's gonna be a DC 2 for me, Kit.
Is this what it feels like to play like a smart character?
Carter?
This is weird.
I mean, Warren?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's real weird.
I very much enjoyed being the person who was like, "This seems like useful information. Cool, tell them."
exactly.
All right, four successes on that one.
4 successes. You've actually worked with Samuel, not after seeing the picture. He was a very, very good and very good good social person, and was a very great investigative journalist with a strong moral compass.
And when you say worked, was this like we had a similar job for a similar company, or we have worked together before?
Similar job as for a similar company. You guys were both
Okay.
journalists in that regard.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep that one to myself for the moment.
And,
Have you? Oh, God.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Have you heard from from this person, or has anybody like heard from them via text or calls, even if it's a call, like, not that we have much of those around, but pay phones?
No, it was given to me on background. And Kit, you would recognize this term as and someone from an unnamed source that is allowed to be publicly shared.
All right.
As opposed to like off the record.
Yeah.
I need everyone to go ahead and run intelligence plus insight for me, please.
Can you tell me how to do that?
Yeah, so on your stats, you'll have an intelligence amount of dots in your intelligence, and then you'll also have amount of dots in insight. And if you don't have any black dots, I mean you have 0 dots in insight. So you would just roll straight intelligence.
All right, and making sure, as far as these dice are concerned, as long as it's not a 1 or a 10, we're good, right?
So if you're using regular D10s, a 6 to 10 is a success.
Okay.
If you are rolling 2 10s, that's same as VTM, which is a critical.
Okay.
And that's all that matters.
Okay.
Ones only get really, really bad if you start using desperation dice, which is something that we'll get into later this evening.
Okay. Well, that's 3 successes for Kit.
Nice.
1 for Jody.
Okay.
Oh, I did that wrong.
Typical one for Jody out here. I
no,
could
I
make a
didn't.
grand slam. Doesn't even pick up on what's going on.
I think I rolled real bad.
You did roll real bad. You got 1 success on that
I'm
one.
too focused on the pancakes.
Now, what you can do, guess what, guys? Willpower still exists in this game. So, Laura, you can take 1 point of superficial willpower damage, and you can reroll up to 3 dice if you would like to get a better success.
I mean, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and reroll some dice. Up to 3.
3 for me, by the way.
Okay.
I got 2.
Wonderful, wonderful. Almost a critical there. And you happen to roll practically the same.
Roll 20 is not for me.
Welcome to Hannah's use of willpower as well, for the most part.
This is why I never use roll 20.
Feel free to grab
It's okay.
some dice.
This is absolutely the right roll to get 1 hit on 8 rolled dice.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And the DC for this is going to be 2. Anyone who rolled higher than a 2. So sorry. Is able to tell that there's more at stake than Daria is letting on.
So, Daria, I just want to, I want to reiterate, I'm real sorry to hear about your friend, and I do think that this is the kind of thing that we could potentially dig into. But you're already talking about somebody who was involved in a violent crime. You're talking about potentially getting tied in with people that don't really like to have folks snooping around in their business. If you want us to take this on for you, if this is something that you're really invested in getting an answer to, we need to know everything that you know about the situation.
If I'm being quite honest, I am telling you everything I know about it. I understand that I probably do seem a little off, but it's just for the concern of my friend. If he is faking his death, I'm wondering why he's gone to such lengths to do so.
I'd like to try to do this as gently as possible with the character and go, I understand, but we both know that there's something else going on here. And if you keep that from us, you're potentially talking about putting other people in danger. And I get that it wouldn't be something malicious, but could be disastrous just the same.
Yeah. Again, if I did know more, I promise I would tell you. But
All right.
it's all I know. I'm sorry. And you can start seeing that she's starting to tear up a little bit.
All right. I understand. Well, like I said, what you're describing sounds like a curiosity, to be sure. And the kind of curiosity, and at this point, he's gonna like make a little gesture with his face towards Kit and add that some of my friends will likely not put down, even if I were to say that it wasn't something that we were interested in looking at. So I do think that we might be your people, but we should probably talk about the other half of this equation, if you understand my meaning.
Of course. Please. Here, and she goes ahead and puts out a $100 bill on the table to cover everyone's food. And then she also puts a business card down that has her phone number and email and her name.
Grab the $100 bill, wrap it around the business card, tuck it into a pocket. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Text in the group chat of it's a good start.
Very good. Everyone could go ahead and roll a intelligence plus streetwise for me, please. DC 2. A lot of intelligence rolls to start off this evening.
I did that wrong.
3 for me.
Ooh.
2 for me.
Ooh.
Oh, 3 for me.
That's so many 3s, or so many 9s.
Yeah. Kind of awesome.
You almost forced success on that one. Hey, progress.
We're getting there. We're doing
Does that
it.
count as 3?
So it would just count as...
There's a 10?
No, so you need a pair of 10s for it to count.
Oh,
for
pair
it
of 10s.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
You're good. So that's just going to be 2 plain successes for you, but that is enough to hit the success threshold. In the local news, this murder is actually a bit of a local legend around here. So if you got 2 successes, you guys do know that it was a journalist who was brutally beaten to death in what police classified as a mugging gone wrong, and the killer was never identified. And since then, it will be it's been a cold case since. It's been quite some time since it's been actively looked into by official capacity. But you guys would know that it is in an alley called Gray's Passage in the heart of downtown.
Gray's Passage?
Correct.
All right, it's just this side of Batman's Crime Alley. Why does anybody go there? But all right.
So, Bruce, and this is sort of a question
Mhm.
about the game as well. You mentioned that this organization that referred her to us is somebody with deep pockets.
Yes.
Would it be routine for us to ask for pay?
Yes, it would indeed be something that you would go ahead and discuss pay on as sort of any sort of job on patenting things.
Okay. Ray has a tremendous business background. Would he potentially just be like, so here's our price?
It very much could be. If you would like to play it that way.
Cool. So I don't know what would be fair, so I'll just make up numbers and you can tell me if I'm insane.
Yeah.
So we're talking about an investigation, we're talking about risk, we're talking about complications. Let me do some quick math here. Now, I know that this was a dear friend to you, so I hope you won't think that I'm trying to take advantage when I say that with what I know right now, we're talking about $3.5 grand. And with what I learn, it could go up.
That's wild because I was thinking that same number.
Well, I'll do you guys one better. I'll make it $5,000 to take care of this issue. And just make sure that I get the most information as possible. And especially if you guys come to me first, I would really appreciate it. So I can let some of our close family friends know exactly of what's going on.
I understand. Family is very important, so I understand what you're talking about. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal to me.
If I might add something, and I don't want to be callous, we're on this now, so it's probably best to keep your nose out of it until we come to you with something.
I completely agree.
Thank you. And then Kit will just go back to eating. Like eating and like digging through the phone, looking for anything and everything.
And as you sort of dig through the phone, really it's blank. The only thing on this phone itself is the picture. Like even the background itself looks like it's just a stock phone that just got turned on.
All right. And cool. Then that is some curious information. Again, in the group chat, just this phone looks empty. ...
I think at this point there's been a few buzzes, so Ray will and then take out the business card and slide it over to Kit and go, you're probably going to
Copy.
I think that would be shorthand from him to be like, okay, so look into this person.
Oh, way ahead of you.
And also, the people that did succeed on that Streetwise test, you guys would know that this case is roughly about 3 years old. So it has been quite a bit of time going into it. But there was an extensive investigation that was done.
Do you think there's a way we could like gain access to the files of the previous investigation?
Are you asking the lady here or at the table?
Yeah, the lady.
I mean, if you do, you might have to reach out to the police or media coverage to see what they have access to. But we don't have anything.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
Do you have your friend's old laptop or phones or any, I don't know, books that they are really interested in? Did you keep any of that stuff?
I got given a couple of books that we both enjoyed reading. But other than that, no, most of it went to his immediate family.
Would you let me borrow those books?
I have to go and get them from my apartment, but I could meet up with you guys at some place to hand them over if you would like.
That
Well,
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it does. Or if that's not comfortable, then you could always drop it off at the church on the other side of town, the Lutheran church over there. I go there quite often, so but it's up to you, whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm totally fine with that as long as you guys are taking the case. I guess I should ask.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, great.
Pretty sure Kit's already digging on it.
Yeah, then how about you guys chat and figure out what your guys' next step is, and I'll head to get those books unless you guys need me for anything else.
Nope. I got your number. If anything pops up, we'll be in touch.
Perfect.
And I think you have my number too, which that's fine. But if you hear anything or if anyone were to get into contact with you, please reach out.
Definitely will.
Again, nose clean. Please.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah.
Thank you.
And she will excuse herself and hurry her way out the door.
Kit, you gotta stop freaking out people like that.
I mean, if they want to dig around and find out what's
Just a
actually
little
out there.
abrasive.
That's why I said I don't want to be callous. Is that not coverage enough for? Okay. Heard, understood. I will do better.
Okay, then.
Thank you. Also, this guy Samuel, good guy, real good guy. We worked together multiple times. I honestly was a little bit shocked to hear when it happened a couple years ago. So this is, well, we can all agree like this is weird timing, right? 3 years.
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
weird.
I figure that cold cases crop up somewhat regularly, but particularly in our circles. But I will say, I don't know if any of the others, any of the rest of you got this feeling, but there's something else going on here. I don't know if she knows it, but this situation's more complicated than she's laying out.
I'll be
Yeah?
honest, I was really distracted by the food.
You would be. Oh, I
Oh,
could make
yeah,
a
it's
grand
good.
slam.
It's good. I'll get you another one if you want.
Not that kind of distracted, but sure, yeah. No, I'll make food later.
I'm in.
All right. I think the C note would cover a couple other breakfasts, but it's your call.
Save that for a victory breakfast. When this thing tries to bump and we bump back, then we splurge and get something good.
Yeah.
Deal.
That
Yeah, I
sounded
agree.
way cooler than I meant it to. Oh my god.
All right. Where do you guys want to take this investigation first?
On the roof.
Nice.
We really did just swap characters. I guess so above the table here real quick, because does anybody else have a safe house? 'Cause I do. So I wasn't sure what the situation on that would be, if it's like we share my safe house since I have it, or what.
I just have contacts. I don't have a safe house.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have a safe house.
Cool.
I do not.
I have a police officer contact. I could use that.
Yeah.
Sounds handy.
Looking at the character sheet is so helpful.
The closest I have to that is I have influential 2, so could
Closest-
potentially throw it on the ground.
Closest I have to that is that I'm an investigative journalist.
So the cops actively don't want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cops are not my favorite.
Nope.
Yeah. I do know a truck driver, and I'm famous with truck drivers. So
Dude,
if
nice.
we get to where we think that truck drivers might have any knowledge on this, I got us covered.
This one shot was about a convoy.
Exactly. Nailed it.
Also, if we
Smokey
need
and the
an
Bandit?
untraceable armored car, I can probably get us one of those.
For
Why
no
are you
reason.
just now bringing this up? We should have had that 6 days ago.
For Denny's?
When somebody wants to give us a job, we show up in force, right? That's how we get paid more.
I like to think that means I know a dude who drives a Brinks truck, and on short notice, I can get us a Brinks truck.
I love and hate it.
I know a guy who used to drive a Brinks truck.
All right. Laura, you want to reach out to your police contact and see if you can dig up some info?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can I shoot a message requesting some files on an old case?
And how many dots do you have? How good of a contact is this person?
That's a great question. I have 1 dot.
Nice.
So
Super
you-
solid.
So you know their name.
Yep. They hate me, but I know them. It's because I'm an alcoholic.
You love and hate that for you. Wait, are you just playing Sunny? That's what I gotta know.
I somehow find that character every time.
That's amazing. You go ahead and reach out to your contact, and they will go ahead and shoot you a text. Which one?
Which one? Which file?
Yeah.
I'll text back the name Samuel Hawkins, murderer.
Yeah. Do you have a place you want me to drop it off at?
How much longer are we gonna be here, crew? Y'all ordering a second round of pancakes, or are
No.
we leaving?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Much as I like to give Jody a hard time, the food's not that good.
I just need to know where to have these files sent.
Can we go pick them up?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I'll ask if we can just pick them up at the police station.
No, they might realize that files are being taken by civilians.
I'll just be like, all right, wherever's good for you, I'm down. I'm easy.
There's a parking garage across the way from the police station, though. We can meet there.
Done.
Thanks.
That sounds so shady.
I've been trying to get my hands on information from this for 3 years. I'm in.
Solid contact.
You guys all taking? Are you guys all wanting to go to this police meetup, or you guys want to go and split the party, as it were? And yes, I knew I loved this group.
Why would we go
they-
together?
That sounds
Four-
awful.
What is it? 1, 2, 3, 5 people show up to meet with one cop in a shady garage. That just screams setup.
Asking for a friend. So where do you guys want to go now that we know that Mickey is heading off to get a police file? Where is the rest of the group going?
I'm thinking let's head to the safe house, start doing some research of our own.
Which
I
one?
want to check out this alley.
Ooh.
Actually, same. I'm in. I'm very curious.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I can't imagine there's a lot to see 3 years after the fact, but
You never know.
Okay. Hannah, where are you wanting to head over to?
I would go to the at probably my safe house and do some research.
Okay. What kind of research are you wanting to look up?
I would probably actually hack the police station's database and get the files.
Ooh.
Love that. Love that. Belt and
Yes.
suspenders.
Let's do it.
All right. And Rob, where are you wanting to head off to? Back to the safe
I was
house with
honestly
her?
thinking of doing something similar. I'd like to get my global access set up so that we can potentially turn whatever we get from the police file into some okay, but what do we know about whatever happened?
Sure. And is global access an edge by
It
chance?
is, yeah.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a couple of rolls here. Laura, I need you to go ahead and roll manipulation plus persuasion for me. Difficulty is going to be 3 on that for you. Warren or Ian, you know what? We're just going to use your guys' names for characters tonight, just because it's a lot easier than remembering these one-shot names. Warren and Ian, one of you guys can lead, and whoever is leading can get an additional die for the assist. But what's an awareness for me, please?
I'm pretty sure that's you.
All right.
And Hannah, I need you to roll intelligence plus technology, DC 5.
So I'm just getting 2 bonus die for the help.
Just the one die.
Just the one.
Can I roll real dice?
Yeah, you can absolutely go ahead and grab a set of real dice and roll real dice.
Oh, baby.
Are you sure your dice work correctly on Roll20? Because that's not it, Chief.
So would that be? There'd be 4 hits?
That's 6.
6, right?
Because you have and that's a critical success too.
Oh, bet.
Because you got a pair of 10s, which is 4, the 6 and a 7.
Oh, cool.
Critical success too.
Damn. Same team.
Wow.
I don't feel like it.
Same team. Whoa. No TK.
Pretty sure she's the murderer. Let's go.
I'm not, you know what? Based.
He's purposely trying to scuff the investigation.
She seems awfully mad about your success at this investigation.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just work here.
All right. So, Laura, please go ahead and roll 4 d10s for me, please.
Again?
Yeah, you can go ahead and re-roll it using real dice.
I only got 3.
Ooh, we got a 3 on the hack. Ooh. We'll go ahead and start with that because that is going to make the whole thing oh so interesting.
I'm looking up something on my faithful sheet though to see if it helps.
Okay, perfect. I will.
Hold on, it's loading.
You're good.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I'll move to the alley scene while you are loading that up. The scene of the crime. You guys go to the location in the alleyway where Samuel Hawkins was murdered. Gray's Passage. Looks like most alleyways in the city, there's broken concrete, overflowing garbage bins, and obviously the deep shadow. Blurred graffiti covers both walls. On either side, the tags faded into obscurity. But you know, you look around and you see, obviously, no indication a man once bled to death here. There's no physical evidence left for you to obviously find for the scene. Do either one of you have sense the unnatural?
Yes.
Please go ahead and roll that for me and tell me how many six. And it's going to be DC 3 for that.
All right. And is this occult or science?
It's your choice. That's
it's my
thing.
choice?
Yeah. So you get to look at either one of those dice pools since you didn't really make
sick.
the character, and sort of decide which one's better and use it.
Hell yeah. So
Ooh.
I'm gonna willpower that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you are one away. Nice.
We got the one.
So you can feel a strong negative emotion that's sort of oozing out of this alleyway as soon as you sort of step towards it. Someone died here and died badly. You can feel the emotional stain lingering in this area.
Can I like point to a specific spot that it's like emanating from, or is it just a vibe overall?
Just it's you can't exactly tell where it's emanating from, but you can just feel like a wave that's constantly just being emitted from the alleyway itself.
Okay. All right. Well, this is the spot. Feels real bad. Not a fan.
So do I know that you have like a sort of sixth sense for this kind of thing? I know we've
We've
worked
been-
together before.
We've been working together for a while. I would think that there's something, like some sort of understanding. Like that would make sense to me.
Agreed. So then my response will be like, so you think something real messed up happened?
Oh yeah. No, like dude got obliterated right here. Rest in peace. I think that's the right thing to say. If he's up and about, I don't know what else to say about it, but nap in peace? I don't know. But yeah, it was right here.
And roughly about this time, you guys look over to your right, sort of standing at the entrance of the alleyway. 1 minute, there's no one, and suddenly there's a tall, broad-shouldered black man in a well-tailored suit. And you can see he's snapping his fingers at you guys.
Can I sense the
That's awful
unnatural
rude.
on that guy?
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
Sure.
That's way too convenient to just show up while we're looking at a spot where a dude died. Hey, we did it. 4 successes.
All right. With 4 successes.
So actually, you did less than.
Oh,
instead of
I did less than.
two
Whoops.
successes.
3.
I got them flipped. Ugh.
That's completely all right.
It's 3.
Three.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
No, Jay Bruce, I'm the whore.
Wow. I mean,
Oh.
oh, wait, you can see me. Look, I need you to listen very carefully. And you get this sense there is something off about him. He does feel supernatural in nature, but you can't pin down exactly what he is.
I'm gonna take a step back and putting myself half behind.
Jody,
Jody. Yep, sorry.
did you say we can see you and seem surprised about that?
Yeah. Look, my name's Jason Monroe, and I'm a paranormal investigator. And
I'm gonna take a picture of him.
oh, okay.
And I'm gonna double check to see if he actually shows up in my picture.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks there.
In my head, it's a Polaroid camera.
Exactly.
That's
Like-
what this was about.
Yeah. I thought you were cheering me on.
A paranormal investigator, and I was tracking a ghost of a journalist named Sam Hawkins. We had a bit of a fight, and Jason's equipment interacted badly with something that Sam did. And I got stuck on this side of the veil.
Cool.
No.
Ghosts are real.
Yes?
I figured as much. I'm gonna try to hand him. If it's a Polaroid camera, I'm gonna try to hand him the picture of himself back.
He goes to reach for it, and he goes right through his hand.
Okay. Yep. Ghost.
I mean, I'm stuck on this side. I'm not actually a ghost. I guess I'm
Currently a ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Nap in peace, friend.
I don't want to nap. Look, either way, it's because of Sam. Look, you need to go and find Sam and put him to rest. And I'm hoping it gets me back to your side.
And if it doesn't,
I don't know.
yep.
Look, I think he did kill me. I've never even met the guy when he was alive. He's not thinking straight.
I mean, good guy when he was alive. So,
And as you guys continue to have this conversation, you guys can notice that the area gradually darkens, and you can see that Jason's becoming more tense and alert. So, like, the aura of this area is sort of darkening around him, but the feeling and the sense of murder doesn't seem to be connected. It just seems like both are happening simultaneously.
any ideas on what that is?
Well, what is?
You're not getting the vibe?
And you sort of look and you see Jason's face looks alert and then goes to panic as he begins to look off in that direction and then take off and turn running. And Ian, you see 4 shadows with mouths full of razor wire closing in on Jason. And Jason abruptly leaves, and the shadow follow him down the alleyway.
All right. So, rule of thumb is if a ghost runs, we should probably run too.
Louis Jacques have already gone.
Yeah, no, I'm booking it. No, then in that case, I not even paying attention. I say that out loud, turn around, and you're gone, and I'm like, oh fuck! And now I'm booking it too.
We will go ahead and move to a different scene while this is happening. Laura, you are at the parking garage on the other side of the street from the police station, and your contact, a individual named Jay, is standing there, and he has a decent sized file in his hands.
I'll just walk up very confidently. Is that for me?
It is for you, actually.
I really, really appreciate this, and I owe you big time.
I would agree. Yeah. Look, it's all gonna be written in this reports here, but there's some things you should know. Samuel was beaten to death by some kind of blood object like a pipe. The name of the place that was attacked was in a alley named Gray's Passage.
Mm-hmm.
And despite reports in the news saying that this mugging was a mugging gone wrong, Samuel still had his cell phone in a pocket that contained credit cards and cash. No suspects were credibly identified. It was a busy night and very late, but no arrests were made.
And nothing was taken off of them?
Nothing we could tell.
You said it's all in the file?
Yeah. There was the head officer, investigating officer, was a Detective Anthony Huff. But he was fired soon after for undisclosed reasons.
Are there any rumors surrounding it? Or suspicions on your side?
Let's see. He was a detective, obviously, with the local police force. He looked the other way in exchange for a cut of his profits. I mean, he was a crooked cop. But one night, I don't know. I think he was. Look, I don't know what exactly happened, but I just know that he also roamed by that alley quite frequently.
How do you know that?
I mean, most people knew he was a crooked cop, and that's where you really go for anything good.
Well, I appreciate you being honest. Let you know if we come across anything.
Yeah. Please do.
Catch you on the flippity flip. I'll just walk back to my car.
He sort of just shakes his head and walks away. Also happening simultaneously, we have a computer hack as someone is trying to get into the police database. And you got 3 out of 5 successes after a willpower roll. And you were checking to see if there's anything that might help you. Was there anything around that may have tipped the scales in your favor?
No, not necessarily. I had one more die that I forgot to roll. But being a newbie to this game, what's the perks for the global access? What does that do if I have the all access pass?
Ooh. So let's go ahead and pull up all.
So it says the hunter can bypass electronics locks and disable or manipulate alarm systems and other security countermeasures. Difficulty is determined by the storyteller and depends on security sophistication, usually between 3 and 5. I was just curious.
So that'd be really good at like getting into places like physical locations is how I'm understanding it, like security options. It'd be really good at getting around that.
Okay. I just didn't know
how
if
I'm
it also
interpreting it.
meant like the security countermeasures is like the computer's part, but I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's how I'm understanding it, at least.
Okay. And I don't think my other one's gonna help at all.
Okay.
So yeah, okay.
So, you try, checking at different back doors available to you that you've used on other organizations, as it were. But unfortunately, this firewall is impenetrable. And for the first time, we're going to increase the danger to 1, and desperation becomes 1. So now you guys can add a desperation die based off your creed. As long as you use it for whatever you guys can do within the creed, which will be within the creed section of the book. you guys get to add 1 extra die to test involving your creed. But if you roll a 1, bad things are going to happen.
And is that can or must?
Desperation die or can, you are allowed to. You do not have to use them. So it's a little bit different than the hunger die where it's forced to replace dice. These are extra dice you get to choose based on how desperate the situation is. You think that this will help.
I'm having a real hard time with this being called a creed.
Sick band name.
No, all I can think is just maybe 6 feet and so far down.
That's what the ghost is saying too.
Right. Nap in peace, friend.
So you were unfortunately not able to get any sort of information on the backside. But you have a good understanding that there's probably someone at the police station that knows that someone is digging around for information in their database.
Well, then I'd probably just take a nap because that was, low-key disappointing. So
That's very
I'll
fair.
just kind of relax and be like, all right, I'm just going to wait till everybody else gets around to tell me what they found out. Because I found out nothing.
All right, so we will go ahead and fast forward as you guys all meet up at Hannah's hideout. Almost called it a haven. Haven's Haven.
So my plan for this period was actually also using global access, but Hannah's character is much better at it. So could we potentially have Ray helping Haven with the successes necessary to say, like, assuming that folks are going to come back and share all of the information, like who has been reporting weird paranormal stuff happening in that area, or did that guy actually get fired for being on the take or something like that?
Yeah. For the assist for that, you would go ahead and get 1 additional die roll for assisting, unless you're trying to attempt your own hack through that.
Nope.
But Hannah, so you get 1 additional die to roll through.
Or the already roll that I did.
Correct. Yep.
I don't think that's going to really help because I don't have a 10.
Well, I don't think that we're trying. I don't think that the goal is to try to hack here. So global access is.
I feel like I'm struggling with the perks and edges here.
Yeah, the hunter can gain access to any kind of data on any subject or person in any conceivable system, ranging from surveillance or law enforcement, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But like, the goal isn't to get the results of the criminal investigation. In my mind here, the goal is to find out if people are reporting that ghosty stuff is happening in the area.
Okay.
Right.
So let's go ahead and roll another Intel plus technology with the extra die. For the assist. And that will be for Hannah to roll it in with the assist of good old-fashioned Rob over there.
I don't think that's right. I think I only have 2, right?
1,
Yeah.
2. Yeah, 2 successes.
Yeah. Damn it.
Ugh.
50-50 chances, we're really struggling on this.
Right, it's real rough. You, unfortunately, the only thing, you don't really get any sort of additional information. You do hear that there have been a couple of cases of people appearing and disappearing, but not in that area that you guys are actively investigating of Gray's Alley. But you guys have all arrived after your tedious work back at Hannah's hideout. What do you guys want to discuss?
There's another group investigating Samuel, and apparently he's a ghost, and also we watched a guy almost get eaten by ghosts.
I have this giant file of information, and I think the crooked cop might have killed him. I'm just gonna drop it on the table.
I love your
alright.
stone cold delivery after we just watched a guy almost get killed by ghosts. I have a file.
I
love
have
it. I love
hard
it.
evidence.
Here's
So
this.
hardcore.
Yeah, no, I'm here for it. Cool.
Well, hell, I've been Googling for useful information, and Haven's been doing, I'm going to just say, stuff a lot more sophisticated than that. And that's all that I got to report on that.
Which
So I'm
turned
glad
out to
that
be
the two of you found stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it turned out to be nothing. I mean, not nothing, but I was unsuccessful
It happens.
in that sense.
Yeah.
So what's it look like for someone to almost get eaten by ghosts?
Well, there was a dude, and he was talking to us about how they were tracking Samuel, and then something went weird with their gear, and he got stuck on the other side of the veil, which new to me. And we were talking, and he was like, "Aw, damn," and started running away. And these other ghosts with like barbed wire teeth came chasing after him, and that's when we looked at each other and said, "Nah, if ghosts are trying to eat somebody, it's time to leave." We absolutely didn't run away, terrified.
I have no idea how we fight a ghost.
Punch it really hard.
Feel like
I'll
that's
find
not
out.
the right answer.
I'll find out.
You're saying maybe a crooked cop killed the guy?
Oh, at least my contact. He said that the lead investigator got fired let go shortly afterwards. And that there was like no definitive reason as to why, but I guess everybody around him knew he was pretty crooked and was often seen around that alleyway. Also, I think he said that it's in the report, so we'd need to look through it. But everybody's saying this is a mugging, but he had all of his stuff still on him, so pretty piss poor mugging, if you ask me.
Ooh, question. Do we know if that lead investigator guy is still alive?
As far as I know, I have his name, but that's it.
All right.
What's his name?
Anthony.
What's his name?
Anthony Huff.
Anthony Huff.
Computer, run a search for Anthony Huff. Highlight all information about whether or not he's alive or dead. Thank you.
Someone is more than welcome to make a intelligence plus technology search. DC is 2.
I might actually be really good at that. Hold on.
What was it? Intelligence and technology?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you find him, let me know what he's doing right now. I think that I should have a chat with him, but I'd love to have a good reason other than we hear you maybe killed a guy.
Holy cow. Okay, okay.
I got 4.
Very good, very good. All right, so
Just got a bunch of Huffington Post articles, and I'm pissed.
if you as Laura and Hannah, as you guys are digging through the internet and trying to scour this information, you guys both do find that there is indeed you guys actually find the news article of him taking a early retirement from the police department, and he is happily living his life.
Does it say anywhere about where?
Yeah. Looking. 1 moment, please. It does give an address.
Can I go ahead and plug it in and see if it's like a house or what?
Yes, it is a rather rough-looking house, maybe about 3 blocks away from the alley you guys are currently investigating.
You can go check this out. What is-
Zoinks, even.
Why is there an address? What's it linked to?
It's just a as you were sort of digging through, more or less like a Yellow Pages search.
Yeah, I think we could go check that out.
All of us?
Well, I want to talk to him, but I'd like to know that he at least like plays golf or something before I go do that, so that I don't just show up out of the blue.
Yeah, that seems more natural.
I mean, words, we're dealing with a ghost. At least that's what I like from what the other guy told us. Samuel's a ghost. So that's why people have probably been seeing him. If y'all want to go do that, I can hang out, do some research, figure out how to fight a ghost. Figure out what we need to do, that kind of stuff. Cool? All right, go
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of, because it takes about a day to get a clue doing research, as long as I pass the test. So, all right, cool. Just making sure that I knew how this worked.
You're
Sorry.
good.
So this is going to be resolve and academics,
Noise.
which is okay. All right, that's 3 successes. I'll willpower that.
Okay. And with this information, you're trying to gather his what exactly? Just to make sure I'm understanding.
So what I'm doing here is I'm looking into just general kind of ghost research.
Mm-hmm.
Why they happen, where they happen, that kind of stuff. And on Kit's sheet here, edges and perks, they have library usage, how to harm them.
Perfect.
So what that does, so in addition to the clue gained, the information yields bonus equal to the margin on the win to any attempt to harm the prey by exploiting a supernatural susceptibility. This
Mm.
bonus expires after use and cannot exceed 3 dice. So with that, I got 4 successes. I don't know
Yes.
what you want to set the DC at, but
DC is going to be 4.
okay.
But you would know that you would either have to, usually for a ghost, exercise or destroy the place where they were spent a lot of time or might be important to them.
Is anybody okay with arson?
If it gets
I
what we
mean-
need done.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this: will it scare the shit out of the ghost? Because if so, I'm all about it.
I mean, probably.
I mean, not to put the wrong spin on it, but it gets us $5,000. So yeah, definitely.
Jesus.
All right. Cool. So now the question is, I have a hunch. It's like where was important, like something that means a lot to them, that kind of stuff. But talking with Crooked Cop over there could definitely be helpful. So, yeehaw, I guess.
And for the sake of this one-shot adventure, over the course of the day, you guys were able to go ahead and gather quite a bit of information. You were able to gather that one, you guys did find that based off, trying to find somewhere where he lived or was important to him, you guys did find Samuel's old address. So you do know exactly where he lived. As you were having conversations with him, you were able to tell that he is hiding something. He definitely had that, like he was holding back quite a bit of information. But never admits to anything fully. But doing some additional research, he was at or seen looking at being around the alley that night, and some people even saw them talking to each other.
It's not sketchy at all.
But as you guys continue on, you guys find yourself at a 2-story brownstone building that looks like it's seen better days. This is the home of Samuel's last known address. On the side of a door of his apartment is a set of 8 black buttons. A few faded names appear along the side, one of them being Samuel Hawkins. Ian, with Sense the Unnatural,
Oh, hell yeah.
you do sense the presence of a ghost inside the building somewhere.
All right.
You're able to get a sense as you go through and you find his apartment. And you can feel the sense of that ghost on the other side of the door.
All right. Heads up, y'all. The Heebies be Jeebian.
So, Ian/Kit.
Yeah.
You didn't find out anything else about ghosts, did you? Like whether or not they can communicate, or ghosts in the TV range everywhere from Casper to I See Dead People, right? So just trying to figure out what they might know about how they actually died.
I didn't really get that much, but I mean, we were communicated with what's his face, the other guy who got chased by barbed wire mouth. I mean, like, we could talk to him. Granted, he was alive but stuck on the other side.
Allegedly.
No, I tried to hand him a picture and it went right through him. So
No, I know, but we know one way to put people on the other side of the veil, which is to kill them, right? So
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, whoa! I didn't even think of that. Guy could have just straight up been dead. We were just talking to a ghost. I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, you can talk to ghosts. Field experience says 8 out of 10. Go for it. Yeah. So scientific method. We're here. The Heebies be Jeebian on the other side of the door. I mean, we could just be like,
there.
yeah, hey, how's it going, bud? Did you know you're dead?
Well, I was thinking we either solve the murder and help to close this cold case, or make a lot more than $5,000 off of this from somebody who doesn't want to come out of retirement.
Yeah, I'm here for that.
So do you guys want to head inside, or
Figure we knock nicely.
sure?
I mean, if he's home, he's home. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just intrude on somebody. So if he doesn't know he's dead.
As you knock, no one answers.
I guess I don't know what I expected.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look around and go, I'm gonna try something real quick. I'll knock again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sam. It's Ian/Kit. Had a question on a story for you. Have a feeling you're in there. Can we talk?
Nothing happens.
All right, we're the shot.
You guys can either roll.
Into some places, can you get into this?
Yeah.
What was that?
I know that Hannah Haven can get into some places. Can she get into this?
I could attempt.
If you aren't wanting to use your edge, either someone could either roll strength plus larceny or dex plus larceny if you guys are trying to also just break in as well.
What would the DC be?
For strength and larceny, it would be 2. For dex and larceny, it would be 3.
Like a desperation thing about breaking and entering, but I don't know what that means.
So that means it would be dex plus larceny for you. And if you wanted to, because you guys are at 1 desperation, you guys would actually be able to spend 1 desperation. You would be able to add 1 desperation die to your pool because desperation's at 1.
Should I do that?
Do it. Let's use the mechanic.
Send it. Let's see how it works. Yeah.
What is it?
Dexterity
Sorry,
plus larceny.
and then 1 extra.
Yep, and then make sure you keep the 1 extra separated, because if you roll a 1 on that, fun stuff gets to happen.
Okay, it's my baby die.
Yes. Is it a 1?
No, it is not.
Oh, that's
But
unfortunate.
there's 3 success.
3 successes, which was the difficulty. You are able to open the door. And as you open the door, you get hit with a overwhelming wave of just must.
Yeah.
Mildew. It hasn't. As you open it up, and you can see the wallpaper seems to be almost like is faded and peeling. There's dark stains of like ink on a wet sheet of paper, and the stains twist and curve around the walls as they spell 3 words: "Who murdered me?" But otherwise, it seems like it is a empty apartment. Not even furniture or anything. But the door is wide open.
Well, hell.
The door's wide open.
Look, I did my part. If you guys want to go in, you totally can.
Sort of hoping that you could help us with that. So Ray will walk in, and before he does, he'll look over his shoulder towards Jody and go like, "Hey, try not to let this thing kill me, Ray."
Anyone else would like to enter into the apartment?
Yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot.
I'll be on the lookout.
I like it.
I'd go in, but not like too far in.
Sure.
Just enough to kind of see what's going on.
Jody/Warren, would you like to go into the apartment as well?
Hell yes.
So only one
Yeah.
person's out in the hallway now, is that correct?
I think that's right, yeah.
Okay. So, as you guys enter in the apartment and look around and sort of take it all in, the door slams shut. And before you stands a middle-aged man with a mustache and thinning gray hair, dressed in a tattered David Bowie t-shirt and jeans. Part of his skull is caved in, although it doesn't seem to affect him.
Oh, damn.
Shortly after, Jason manifests a couple minutes later. Samuel immediately
shit.
lunges at him, screaming and attacking him with spectral fists that stretch into long talons.
This the same guy who was barbed wire mouth in the alley?
Yeah, this is the guy that you guys talked to in the alleyway, as well.
I'm
as
talking about the Bowie shirt guy.
No, this is the exact depiction of Samuel, just with a caved-in portion of his head.
Okay, just making sure we hadn't missed something in the alley.
No, you're good.
Yep. Hey. So
Who
that
is Samuel attacking?
Jason, you just haven't seen them yet, but
that's the guy who was stuck on the wrong side of the veil. By the way, I don't know what to do about that, but that's the guy. Do we just let him work it out? No, stop.
I'm gonna be incredulous. And what the hell is going on here?
and you just hear Jason screaming, "Get him off me! Get him off me!"
I don't. Sam, knock it off, man. Please.
Continues to go, and you just hear him go, "Who murdered me?" And you see him just seemingly like throw blows and choking Jason.
What's the cop's name?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. I think it was Anthony Hoof. I can't prove it, but I think it.
Go ahead and roll a composure plus persuasion test, and that's going to be difficulty 3. And does anyone in the room have a dot in persuasion, investigation, or occult?
I do. I have investigation and occult.
Okay.
I have persuasion.
Okay.
I have investigation and occult.
Perfect. You can go ahead and make this roll, Rob, and add 3 dice.
Oh, thank goodness. That makes it more likely.
You hear that? We can make your dice pool higher.
Make
Doesn't
your
make sense.
dice pool higher.
I'm gonna re-roll 3 on that.
Okay.
Obviously.
Laura, you hear the sound of a fight and a scuffle happening inside the apartment. You hear Rob yelling, I think it was Anthony Huff. I can't prove it.
God bless America. I'm just gonna turn it and try to see what's happening.
The door is locked.
Oh. I'm just gonna frantically knock on it.
You guys on the other side here.
Gonna try to ignore that.
You guys in there?
And you got a total of 3 successes. Perfect. Exactly what you needed as he stops the attack. And he stares and looks at you. What?
Do you know Anthony Hoof? He's a detective for the police. He was. He's not right now.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, he was the one that attacked me. I was doing a report on local drug trade. And he showed up. And smashed my head in with the brick.
You know anything about that drug trade?
No, I mean, just the problem that the city has in general. I was still...
Can I finish what you started there, Samuel?
Yeah. And you see the frustration and the anger all sort of fade. You brought me peace. Huh. And he points over to a floorboard that seems to be a slightly different shade and has a little bit of wear and tear. Look like the nails have been removed a couple of times. Everything you'll need is there.
You're saying you saw Anthony. Did you see anything else?
I mean, there's shady individuals all over, but I mean, it was crowded that night, and I doubt anyone actively saw what went down.
Why are you trying to beat the hell out of this fella?
I was convinced he was the one that murdered me. Everywhere I seem to go, he's there. But I can remember now. And you see that he gets a small smile, that the mustache sort of raises up a little bit. And you begin to see Samuel fade until he's gone. Ian, you feel the presence of that ghost no longer residing in this apartment. As you see Jason in person now come across the veil.
No. Welcome back.
Wait, am I here?
I'm gonna take that Polaroid that I took of him earlier and put it in his jacket pocket.
Huh. Yeah. What? Thank you. He runs up and gives each one of you a very tight hug.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah. So, Jody, help me out real quick. I think you're better suited for ripping up floorboards.
Can I continue banging on the door?
You absolutely can continue banging on the door. As you
I'll probably be right
You let
next
her
to
in.
the door, trying to open it.
Yeah, as you go to open up the door after Samuel leaves, weirdly, it's not even locked. It would just like was shut. You just go and reach over and open the door.
Yeah,
The two of you
that
are on opposite sides
that
of the
was
door,
locked.
pushing each other's lockpicks out.
Exactly.
it was locked. I promise.
Oh, the ghost stopped
Mhm.
hunting.
And yeah, I'll go get the floorboard.
Thank you.
Please go ahead and roll a. Let's see. Strength and larceny, and it's going to be a DC 1.
So what you're saying is roll strength.
Yeah, sure. And you got wow, good roll, good roll. You're able to rip it up, and inside is multiple notepads and files with a notebook. And as you sort of look through it, it is Samuel's investigation that led him to Detective Anthony Huff, a cop taking substantial bribes to ensure the drug trade operated without police interference.
I don't think it's in bad form for me to wrap up that article and get it published, right?
Well, I think the police might struggle to actually make that one stick, and they may not really be that invested, but we might be able to hold this over Anthony a little bit and talk him into helping our client get a little closure and use that to sort of seal the deal.
Better than nothing.
Otherwise, you run it in the press.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm in. Hey, nice job, by the way, everybody. Good fight. We met a ghost and nobody died.
Honestly, that's
Yes.
a feat.
It's true. Very well handled.
Go look at the two that were in the hall. Where were you the whole time? Like, come on.
I was locked out.
Fair. Okay. So, Denny's?
Yeah, totally happy with that. Ray would try to essentially blackmail Crooked Cop into confessing to our client and record that and hand that to the police.
You go and reach out or look to go to Anthony's house, similar to how you guys met and had that conversation with him before. And weirdly enough, it looks like someone left in a rather quick hurry after your conversation.
Fair.
That guy sucks, man.
But you do get the chance to meet with her, the client, once more at this wonderful, wonderful Denny's. So, what did you find out? Anything?
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. Go for it, Ray.
I think that Ray is aware that this is absolutely Kit's jam of like we cracked the case. So he's like, no, you go ahead.
Huh. All right, so check this shit out. So found out Samuel was doing God's work, trying to put in some actual effort and making sure that everybody was set and good to go, right? Specifically on the drug problem that's been going on around here. Stumbles in, crooked cop shows up, bang, boom, one thing leads to another. Should have been a CSI episode. But figured out who it was. Unfortunately, guy dipped out. So, that's a thing. That's unfortunate. But I think it's safe to say that we can go ahead and, forward some information along to the powers that be. Maybe it'll catch up with him.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You bring very good news, and I'm excited to share it with some of his close friends.
Your friend had a file on the individual that ended up killing him. Seemed pretty incriminating. I'd be willing to give you a copy of it. Just a copy, mind. I don't want to make sure that it doesn't get destroyed or anything. But if you felt motivated to make something happen with that,
Yeah, no, I would love to. Please. And she will go ahead and hand over a very thick envelope.
I'm also going to pass over my card. So if you want somebody to kind of go over a little closer or put it into some sort of, readable format so you can put it out or whatever you need to do, let me know. More than happy to work with you.
Please. And with that, we will go ahead and wrap up our Hunter the Reckoning one-shot. Going around real quick, what did you guys think compared to Hunter? I know we had to cut the investigation piece a little bit shorter, but other than that, how did we feel? And we'll go ahead and go around the room real quick, and I'll start with Warren.
Should say me. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, Warren. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, no, all good. No, I think it's the same core of the game. I really like Hunter because I feel like we don't always have, the tools, right? When you're playing vampire, it's like, oh, okay, we can just beat the crap out of it, or I can, control its mind or do weird blood sorcery or whatever. But in Hunter, it's a lot more grounded, and I like that.
Yeah. It was also an interesting take since you and I had a chance to play a text game of this. It felt very interesting to play it sort of live and feel a little bit of difference on how everything felt.
Agreed. Absolutely.
Hannah, what did you think about it?
Yeah, kind of what Warren said. Kind of the same, but also a little bit different, just in the aspect of, kind of thinking about things more as opposed to just acting right away, especially my character. So, I feel like I had a hard time like getting into this one after playing Eva, so that'll definitely be an adjustment. But overall, I think it was pretty fun, and yeah, definitely learning, especially on those edges and perks.
Yes, and I also thought it was very funny that, of course, it was you who was the one that increased the danger by one. It just seems very on brand for you as a person now, not only Eva.
Yeah. Maybe it's just, me personally, tabletop games. I'm just going to take it like that.
I like it. I like it. Ian?
I'm interested to see, like, I had a good time with it. I'm interested to see where we go with not pre-gen characters.
Yeah.
Pre-gen characters are usually a little tougher to step into the shoes of. I like it because you could just get straight into it. But I'm excited to see what we can do and what kind of stories we can make happen. I'm excited to be the one in danger this time. as opposed to the danger. So,
Yeah,
or at least danger adjacent.
I like it. Rob, what about you?
I had a blast. I really like the investigative element of it. I know we had to cut it short for this, but the piecing together of clues and solving the mystery, like it's very nice to have the like. Oh, I wonder. I was spent that whole time convinced that the ghost that they met in the alley was, or the ghost that they met in the alley was the victim, and that there was going to be like a huge reveal or whatever, and like that sort of opportunity of um, you could have a plot twist of all kinds of stuff is just really exciting. I also, I made a villain who wanted to be a hero for the last character. It was nice to play a hero who was trying to be a villain as a change.
Very true. Very true. And last but not least, for our newest member of the cast, Laura, this is your first role with the World of Darkness. How did it feel to be hunting a scary ghost?
It's definitely different than anything else I've ever hunted.
Yeah.
But it seems like a very easy system.
Yeah, I was wondering because you have mostly, actually almost exclusively, just D&D. So what did you feel about differences in the World of Darkness system versus, say, the D&D system?
Just I like the dot system and having one single die to use.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a lot easier to.
Die I never get to use.
Right, it's also true. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming hang out, everyone in Chatland. We will be taking next week off, so we will probably having a replay of this next week on the channel. But the week after, guys, episode 1 of Indie by Night Hunter Edition. So make sure you guys are here for it. I'm very excited for what this cast is going to put together because, I mean, have you seen this group? So I'm sure it'll be a very good time, and we won't have to cut the investigation piece short. Unless, terrible things happen, we get to like Danger 5, which I'm sure that will never happen in our Chronicle, right? Right, guys? Other than that, thank you guys so much again for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. Once again, this show is sponsored by Adventure Dice. So make sure to head over to adventuredice.ca and use code JBrews for 10% off your order. And we will see you guys not next week, but the week after for our first episode of Hunter. Have a fantastic night, guys. Bye.